Have you ever heard someone call a city backward? It's a pretty heavy word, right? But what does it actually mean? Does it reflect the people, their culture, or is there something deeper going on? Today, we're going to dive into what makes a city get this label, but instead of pointing fingers at a real place, we'll use a fictional city to understand the root causes. It's a way to be informative and fair without singling anyone out. Let's imagine a city called Old Haven. Now, Old Haven doesn't exist on any map, but it represents countless places around the world that are facing similar challenges. So, why would a place like Old Haven be seen as backward? Well, it usually starts with the basics. First, there's a lack of fundamental infrastructure. Think about it: roads filled with potholes, electricity that cuts out unexpectedly, and a constant worry about whether the tap water is safe to drink. These aren't just minor inconveniences. They put a brake on everyday life and strangle economic growth. When it takes hours to travel a short distance or a business can't rely on its power supply, progress becomes nearly impossible. Next up is a weak education system. In Old Haven, schools might be struggling. They might not have enough qualified teachers, or the learning tools could be decades out of date. This creates a ripple effect. When the literacy rate is low and people aren't equipped with modern skills, job opportunities shrink, and the kind of innovation that drives a city forward just doesn't happen. It's not that people aren't smart. They just aren't given the tools to reach their full potential. Then there's limited access to healthcare. Imagine having to travel for hours, maybe even days, just to see a doctor for a basic checkup. In Old Haven, hospitals are few and far between, and the ones that do exist are often underfunded and ill-equipped. This means treatable illnesses can become serious problems, and the overall health and well-being of the population suffers. A healthy population is the backbone of a thriving city, and without it, everything else falters. Another major hurdle is a resistance to change. In many places with deep-rooted histories, tradition is highly valued. While tradition can be a beautiful and powerful thing, it can also become an obstacle. In Old Haven, new ideas, new technologies, and necessary reforms might be met with suspicion or outright opposition. Decisions might be made based on how things have always been done, even when it's clear that a new approach is needed to solve modern problems. This resistance often goes hand in hand with poor internet and technology adoption. In today's world, being disconnected is like being on a deserted island. If Old Haven has slow, unreliable internet, and most people lack digital skills, the city is effectively cut off from the global economy. Local businesses can't compete, and residents miss out on the vast resources and opportunities that the digital world offers. It deepens the city's isolation. Finally, we have to talk about corruption and poor governance. This is a tough one, but it's a reality in many struggling regions. When funds that are supposed to be for new roads, better schools, or modern hospitals are misused or disappear, it's a betrayal of public trust. People become cynical and stop believing that their leaders have their best interests at heart. Without effective and transparent leadership, any effort to improve the city is doomed to fail. So, when we pull all these threads together, we see the truth behind the label. Cities aren't backward because of their people. The people in places like our fictional Old Haven are often incredibly resilient, hardworking, and capable. They are not the problem. The real issues are systemic. They are the result of complex historical factors, political decisions, cycles of poverty, and a chronic lack of investment and planning. But here's the most important part. Can cities like Old Haven change? The answer is a resounding yes. History is filled with examples of cities that have completely transformed themselves. It's not easy, and it doesn't happen overnight. But with a focus on quality education, honest and fair leadership, and smart investment in infrastructure and technology, any city has the potential to thrive. It's about creating opportunities and empowering the people who live there. So, the next time you hear a place described as backward, maybe take a moment to think deeper. The label itself is misleading because it hides the real problems. The issue isn't the people. It's the systems that have failed them. By understanding the true causes, we can have a more constructive conversation about how to support real, lasting change. Thanks for watching. If you found this perspective interesting, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more content that goes beyond the surface. See you next time.